Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. Alrighty, so I have a bunch of things ready to glue down, and I figured I needed to start decorating before I add more flip type things, just because I don't know bulk wise what's going to happen. So I did prepare things for gluing. And I'll kind of explain what I did as we go, or what I've prepared. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to just line the top of it for this pocket. Okay, so that's, you know, I at first was going to cover the whole thing with the music paper and do like a notch, but I wanted to sew all the way around it, so I decided to do it in this way. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and glue. Whoops, and I didn't stitch all the way around just because it wasn't necessary on the bottom, and I didn't want whatever I put in the pocket, I didn't want to give it just one more thing to snag on. So I sewed a little bit, but not all the way around. And I think I have everything inked, so should be pretty good to go. Time really flies. I'm telling you guys, it's already noon for me, and I mean, I've done some laundry, but I don't know. Really, I've been just getting stuff prepared. Stuff takes forever. But that's okay. It's just that when I'm preparing for a video, I think, oh, well, I'll get a video done before 10 o'clock in the morning. Hardly. So on this music paper, it is pretty old music paper, and so I backed it with another sheet of paper just to stiffen it up a little bit and make sure I've got it going the right direction. So because I glued it, it's got a little bit of a, I don't know, a bow to it. Okay, so then I'm just going to glue on 3 sides. And I thought the stitching would also help give it a little bit of space for whatever I go to put on the inside of it, because it holds it out a little bit, I think. So I have the book underneath, and it really helps when you have something that's kind of hanging off with no support underneath. Okay, and then, so these are from the digitals that I printed. I just took and cut out part of the page, you know, and I think I shrunk it down. So I took one of the pages that she sent me, and I cropped so that I wasn't printing a whole bunch that I didn't need, and I just created, you know, like these little pockets. And I think I'm gonna put it, down here, because I might put some sort of lace up there. And I'm gonna put it hanging off the side. So I went ahead and stitched around. I stitched the lace and everything to it. Let's see. This glue should hold, but maybe I'll put just a little bit of Fabri-Tac on there too. And then I'm going to have it hanging off the edge a little bit. Let's see how that. Wipe a little off there. So I talked a little bit yesterday about there being yard sales today. I'm not gonna go. I don't want to. I actually really don't want to because, you know, it's a little rainy and I don't know, that doesn't seem fun to me. And like I said before, I'm a little bit overwhelmed with all that I do have, so I've just decided not to go. Yesterday, so it's like a neighborhood type situation. So there are lots of yard sales out there, but that's okay. That is okay. There's always going to be another one. What I think I wanted to do on this one is give it another layer, but actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point if I want to give that one another layer. Alrighty, then I am going to slide it over and do the other side. And we have the same idea, just different pictures, I guess. Let's see, I'll use the... but yesterday I had to go to the grocery store and I passed by an estate sale sign and I thought, well, I mean, it's hard for me to not go to an estate sale because I like walking around in other people's houses, even if I don't buy anything. I don't know. I'm sure everybody does. And if not, they should. I don't know. I find it interesting to see the way other people live and that sort of thing. I did not get anything. I did find a little room that had craft stuff in it, but it was crazy overpriced. Oh my goodness. And the stuff was pretty outdated. And so, you know, especially for how old it was, the prices were crazy. She was, I think, a quilter, or is. I don't know if they just moved to a smaller home or if they're no longer with us. I don't know, but there was sewing stuff and it did not look like a great sewing machine to me, and they wanted $175 for it. So that can just give you an idea of how they had everything else priced. It was really expensive. As I was leaving, she's like, "You didn't find anything?" I'm like, "No, you're gonna be keeping your stuff." And they had some old furniture in there, but it was like pressed wood type furniture, and they wanted a lot for that too. You know, it wasn't even real stuff. So I don't know. Oopsie. Not the kind, you know, the kind that has sticker wood veneer type stuff on it. Like, it's not even real wood grain that you're looking at. It's actually like sticker or plastic or something like that. And they wanted quite a bit. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. But I did get to snoop around in someone else's house. So that was good. Made it worth it. Okay, and then on this side, I have this image, and we're just going to do the same thing. put a little bit of fabric tack where that fabric is. And have it hang off the side just a little. I have it a little lower on the other side, but it's also a different size. They're not exactly the same size picture either, so that's okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Alrighty, so we'll have a pocket here and a pocket here, so that'll be good on both sides. All right, and then I have some things prepared for here. Let's see, okay, I have to do the front part first. Sorry about my reach, but I have stuff up on the shelf kind of in front of me, so. All right. Okay, so again, another page from the kit. And I think I will slide the book inside of there. I also have some scrapbook paper in there that it's hitting. Okay. So I just stitched around. So we'll go ahead and glue that down. I had to label top and bottom because they're so close in size. I didn't even realize that when I was making that particular pocket fold type thing. I just kind of folded it where it landed and it ended up being almost exact. Let's see. If you hear background kind of moaning, groaning loudness, that is my dear son being a teenage boy. Yeah. And he's downstairs, but you know how noise travels through, you know, the floor, the ceiling, that sort of thing. So he's not right next to me. Okay, and then I'll lift that and put this one down. I tried to put my glue kind of right on top of where my sewing is, just to make sure that it sticks really well right there. I will go ahead and link those papers to this video as well. I had uploaded the video yesterday and forgot to put the links in there until this morning. I was responding to a comment and it got me thinking, wait a minute, I didn't put the links in. So, okay. So I want to, well, let's see, I want to put this down here. So let's go ahead and glue that. Okay, my son's being gross. If you hear that, I am sorry. Hopefully he sees the door closed and decides to be a little quieter. I think I might put, oh, just a little bit along the edge too. Okay, and then I want to put some, you know, these things that you do the string. So let's see here, where's my poker? See if I can manage to get sort of the center of the circle. Doesn't seem like I'm very good at that a lot of the times. It's pretty good. All right, and then I'm thinking maybe it looks pretty centered, right? Maybe if I put like a little hole, mark with pencil. Yeah, so then we'll go ahead and poke that. And I'm doing this before I do the other side so that I can cover up whatever holes I make. And then I thought it would be cute to use this blue. We'll see. If it's not, I can always switch it. Okay. The glue, the little bits of glue stick to my finger and then they stick to the paper. Okay. And then I have some string that's a red and white, but I took the vintage photo and ran it through it a couple of times, ran it through the vintage photo a couple times. And I'm just going to try, hopefully I left myself enough space to tie a knot. I think I did. Let's see. I don't know if I can do it this way, backwards. It would have been easier to give myself more string, wouldn't it? Okay. Alrighty, and then I think that's probably enough, right? I will just cut it here and then I'm going to tie a little knot there at the bottom so that it doesn't come frayed, you know, too much. Okay, so there's that, but now we need to cover the inside stuff. So all this time I spent this morning on it, and in a few minutes it's all going to be glued down. Like I barely did any work at all. But trust me, it was a lot of work. Okay. So same here, I had to label which one was, okay, so this one's the bottom. All right, So I'm going to glue this down, and that is going to end up covering this. And so then I stitched here, but not here because it wasn't necessary, and I didn't want it to cause a problem with whatever I might decide to put in the pocket. It's going to be a really shallow little pocket, but you know, we'll find something fun to put in there, I hope. Make sure I get it there the right way. And I'm always trying to remember to, you know, give myself room for my folding when I go to glue my papers down. Okay, and then on this one, I took one of the pieces of the digital papers, and I just cut out, you know, part of one of the pages that I liked. And that is going to be a pocket. I stitched some lace down at the bottom, so we're going to put that there. And I think I will do a little bit of Fabri-Tac down there too, just in case. I was sitting watching TV last night thinking about this and what I wanted to add to it still, and I don't know. Let's see. We will go ahead and put the things here. So what I wanted to do here is I'm going to put this down kind of like over here for these pockets, just, you know, a little something there. I've stitched some lace to the side, and this is going to be glued, you know, the whole thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue everywhere. Again, I avoided stitching where our tags will be going in and out, or journaling cards, whatever it is that I put on there. Making sure that there's enough space. Okay, and then I have this to glue down, so there'll be a pocket there. And again, I stitched here. You know, I don't want to put glue right here. Let's see. Where's my, there it is. I don't want to put glue there so that whatever goes in there can be the full length. If that makes sense. Okay, and then on this one, I added some lace to the edge so that it mimics the lace that's over on this side here. And then, of course, we want 3 sides on this one. Just put plenty of glue where that is. Sometimes I have the hardest time picking things up after I've gotten glue on it, just because I'm trying to avoid getting my fingers directly in the glue. So the lace that I chose here, I figured wouldn't be a problem with whatever we decide to stick down in, you know, these pockets or this big pocket. I just thought, since it's a really thin little lace, I thought it would be fine. And then whatever we put in those pockets can be nice and lacy. So then you'll get the layered effect once we go to put, you know, whatever in there. Okay, so we have this one that goes to there, and then this one goes, you know, all the way. Okay, and then the final one. So it's going to go like this. Now this one, this piece of paper isn't long enough to cover this, and I don't want it to be a problem, so I'm just going to grab something to just put over the top of that so that it doesn't catch on everything. Make sure you guys are in camera. Yep. And then, of course, you want to make sure you get your glue all the way out to the edges, or whatever you put in the pocket is then going to catch on this instead of the brad. But it should be good because now this covers, and it should slide. Whatever we put in there should slide easily in. Okay. Make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so this one we want to just go ahead and glue the whole thing down. Get that book. Yeah, you might hear my son hollering. I mean, my husband hollering now. If you do, it's him and my son are just working on something, and he's not yelling at him. He was just calling to him, saying, you know, come here, something like that. Not yelling at each other. Okay, and so then this would be the final pocket. Now, when I was doing this, I hadn't put this lace on yet, and so but that's okay. I was thinking it was going to look just exactly the same as this side, but it's a little different because of having this lace. That's all right, like I said. All right, so pocket. think I'll just put a little extra there. I really like these papers. I think they're so pretty. And it isn't my first time using digitals. I haven't used digitals much in the past at all. I've only bought like the add-on pack or something so I could use the, use it for ephemera for things. But this is the first time I've actually bought pages, and they're really pretty. I wasn't wanting to stick, but I think it finally is. Takes a second when it's fabric to fabric, or not fabric to fabric, but any fabric, I guess. Okay, so we have here, here, and here, and then we've got here, and then here, oh no, here, and here on both sides. Here and here. Make sure that's staying good on both of them. Okay, and then that closes. I thought about putting some pocket on the front of that too, but I just like, nah, no, we'll just stop at that. Okay, so there's that. And then it will close like this. Still not sure what I'm gonna put here, but you see now how it's, fluffing out. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get stuff glued down so I could kind of know. I don't know like where to put a closure until I know how big things are gonna be. And so I didn't want to put anything down until I knew where the closure would end up being. So I'm sure you guys understand, And we can kind of bend it around and stuff like that so that it lays nice. So that's cute, I think. Okay, so on the inside, I'm gonna go ahead. I think we have time, let's see. Yeah, we're only at 34 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this in. So I was trying to figure out what to put on the inside, and this paper is kind of shiny. And I thought that might be cute because a lot of times, like if you open up like a purse or something, the fabric on the inside is kind of shiny. So I thought that might be cute. But now having said that, I might want to put a big pocket right here. And I don't know how well the glue is going to adhere to the pocket. So I would want to sew the pocket on before gluing it. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're gonna do. So maybe I am done. So yeah, like 3 hours of work this morning getting all these pages ready, and it only took half an hour to show you guys what I was up to. It was a lot of work. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope somebody's making it with me. And I also hope you're having a great weekend. It's Saturday for me. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'll be working on this. Talk to you soon. Bye.